All right, let's get this show started.
In today's news, Dricus Du Plessis agrees to fight Israel Adesanya at UFC 305. The rivalry between Dricus and Israel began when Dricus called Izzy out for being a fake African champion, then vowing to become the first legitimate African champion to bring the title to Africa. Now, in an interview with FightWave, Dricus shared his thoughts on his upcoming middleweight title defense, revealing that he has agreed to face the last stylebender at UFC 305 in Perth, Australia.
Yeah, for me, I'm in. I'm ready. I've agreed to everything. I'm ready. I want to do it. That's the fight I want. And I called him out after winning the belt. And that's the fight the fans want to see. You know, for me, let's just announce this thing. I don't know what's the holdup. I want it to be announced. I want it to go if that's it. You know, I don't know. I've said yes, 100%. I don't know from his side. I don't know what the story is. I don't know what the holdup is. Maybe the UFC is waiting for something. I'm not sure. You know, at the end of the day, I've agreed to it. If they had to phone me today and say we're doing the Sean Strickland second fight, I'll be great. Let's do it. If they say no, we're gonna wait and do the Hamzat fight, great. At the end of the day, people go, why are you not fighting? It's been 6 months, guys. I don't make the fights. I said I'll be ready to fight in May. You know, that's about 4 months after fighting for the belt. I was ready to fight from then on. I just wasn't ready for UFC 300. I don't know how people think this works. Do you just show up and you fight? No, that's not how it works. You know, there's a schedule, there's fights, locations that make sense, fights that make sense. So for me, if we can do 305 in Perth, I would love that. I would love that fight.
Jamahal Hill fires back at haters. After Hill's recent antics about the Alex Pereira fight at UFC 300, he received waves of criticism. Now, taking to Instagram, Jamal posted a video of him counting money, captioned, "When you're doing big shit, hell yeah, they supposed to hate." Conor McGregor posts another cryptic message. According to the latest information, it appears that the UFC's pay-per-view event at the end of this month is in serious jeopardy. Last week, Conor raised eyebrows by posting a photo of himself in a doctor's office. Now, Conor has broken his silence once again, sharing an old video on his Instagram story, which he deleted shortly after.
You gotta think, the more resistance you train with, the less movement and the more injury. But the less resistance you train with, the more movement and the less injury. So it balances itself out. You might be going a little bit lighter for your in positions that you wouldn't be if everyone was tense. Everyone was trying to win every round.
Michael Chandler also broke his social media silence and posted another eerie message to his social media pages, writing, "Let the flies talk. They're only talking to justify their own perceived limits. Don't let them put their limits on you. Nobody ever got to where they wanted to go by listening to the limiting beliefs of others. Run your own race. Move forward with complete disregard to previous failures, future opposition, and the current mediocre minds that will try to deter you. Walk on. See you at the top."
Bees don't waste their time explaining to flies why honey is better than shit. Just remember that next time somebody's trying to talk you out of your dreams. Bees don't waste their time.
Meanwhile, on the latest episode of the MMA Hour, Ariel Helwani shared an update about UFC 303's main event, saying,
113, the positivity that I talked about exactly 1 week ago today is nowhere to be found. I would say this fight is very much in limbo. I would say that it's hanging on, and I would say the UFC is working very, very hard right now to figure out a plan B. Now, the plan B could be someone stepping in to fight Chandler. The plan C could be a whole new fight. If you look at the roster, if you look at who's available, if you look at the champions who have just fought or who are scheduled to fight, there aren't a ton of options. There really aren't. And we could play this exercise because, trust me, I've played it a million times. But I'm just telling you where we stand right now.
Michael Bisping reacts to Conor McGregor vs. Michael Chandler fight trouble. Speaking on the latest episode of the Believe You Me podcast, Bisping shared his thoughts about the latest status of UFC 303's main event. The count predicted that if the fight gets cancelled, it will be because McGregor's been injured. Hear from the man himself.
Conor McGregor's posting sparring footage. By the way, looking very sharp, I might add. He was looking good. And I was like, if that's new sparring footage, there's nothing wrong with his leg. Now, I was speaking to somebody that does know someone very close to the situation, and I'm not at liberty to divulge that. And this person said it was off, and then it said it was on. The reality is I don't know what's bloody going on. I don't think anybody does. And the only people that do is the UFC. So, but I did a video on it and McGregor looked sharp and he was dancing around on that leg and he was going side to side and he was throwing kicks and all the rest of it and knees and he looked sharp. But the only thing, and just to repeat what me and Anthony said, I mean, if it's off, I assume McGregor is injured. But we don't know for sure. We don't know anything. So we're all just bloody speculating about the nonsense, but it's getting close. Anyway, there's no point speculating. Right? There's no point doing a podcast speculating if I'm talking shit about Ariel Helwani tweeting speculation. Do you know what I mean? We're going to do an entire podcast where we speculate about nothing.
To be fair, Ariel also did a podcast openly speculating. He seems like he's an Old West prospector. He's just in the speculation business these days.
He's an old speculating son of a bitch.
Sean O'Malley offers to save UFC 303's main event. O'Malley has taken to his X account offering his services to save UFC 303 on short notice. He wrote that he would be willing to fight Jake Paul. Jake quickly responded to Sean's offer and accepted the call out, tweeting, "MMA fight before Tyson? Check. At PFL MMA, 100% will kill O'Malley in MMA. He's a small man. PFL vs UFC, June 29th. Sean Strickland gets waterboarded. The former UFC middleweight champion is enjoying life away from the cage, even if that means entertaining himself in odd ways. Just days after his UFC 302 win, Sean decided to see what it's like to be waterboarded.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Back, fella.
Captioned the video writing, "When I was a kid, I thought, I want to know what waterboarding feels like. It can't be that bad. I can tell you it was one of the most up things I've experienced, lol. You think, I can just breathe lightly and take a big breath when the water stops. Nope, you are 100% drowning. Yeah, man, no matter what you do, you can't breathe. It's when you see these YouTubers like Steven Crowder doing it saying, it's not that bad because you weren't waterboarded, lol. Time for today's top memes. Third place was found over on Reddit and was posted by Snorgus Lewis Borges. Second place meme was found over on Instagram and was posted by As Shopped As It Gets. And the top picked meme was found over on Reddit and was posted by As Dirty Dan 516. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.